to take your seat. And Manchester City are the champions.
You'll never stop this game. I will never let you go.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Realltom Watchalongs. I am Realltom, and I'm bringing the watch along today for Leicester versus Newcastle United. If you are watching stream on a replay, please do make sure you leave a like on the stream and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Thank you very much. I'm sorry for the late start, but StreamYard was being a pain in the arse. Not my fault, but yeah, I'm here now, and hopefully we've got a good game ahead of us. It's Leicester taking on Newcastle at the King Power. Leicester not in the finest of form. Newcastle just one win in total this season. They are in a place of deep trouble, let's say. They are going to be in serious trouble if they don't start getting some wins, and I don't think the King Power is a place for them to get a win. Maybe they could, but beating Burnley is a start for Newcastle. But it's not enough. Hola, Fraser. How are you doing, buddy? Get your scoreline predictions in the chat. Don't forget our second game on Super Sunday is, of course, the 4:30 kickoff. Crystal Palace versus Everton from Selhurst Park. But first, it's time to see how this one goes. And we're about to get underway at the King Power. And here's your team lineups. Brendan Rodgers puts out this Leicester City lineup. Kasper Schmeichel remains the goalkeeper of choice. Timothy Castagna with Johnny Evans, Chagla Soyuncu and Luke Thomas, that young left back. Leicester's defence. He was rested in the Europa League, but he's returned today. Yuri Tielemans and Wilfred Ndidi are in the midfield. And James Maddison, Kieran Dewsbury-Hall and Harvey Barnes are also in the midfield. And Jamie Vardy is left out for a second time in a row in the Premier League, but Patterson Daka comes in. He is on the bench, as for Mark Albrighton and Ryan Bertrand. And Newcastle send out an unchanged side. Martin Dubravka is the goalkeeper. Jamal Lewis, Jamal Lascelles, Fabian Scher and Javi Manquillo in defence. Miguel Almiron, Jonjo Shelvey, Joe Willock returning to the team, and Alan Saint-Maximin in midfield. Then Joe Linton and Callum Wilson will be the two strikers up front. Joe Linton will play a centre-forward role and Wilson will play the main striker role. It's a classic 4-4-1-1 formation as well from Eddie Howe. Now, one win equals 3 points, yes, but that's not enough to stay up. They did get a clean sheet. It was a 1-0 win against Burnley. Okay. I suppose beating Burnley is a good win, but is it good enough? No. Newcastle are getting relegated this season. There's no doubt about it. Burnley versus West Ham has just started at Turf Moor. If you want to see that one, you'll have to find some website. And player take the knee with the message clear: no room for racism anywhere. Challenge it, report it, and change it. And the Sky Sports scoreboard is not working for them. Right. Let me just quickly get the ticker sorted. There we go. 47 seconds late, but the scoreboard does now come up. Now, Leicester's in the first half last time out in the Premier League. They were at Villa Park and they looked okay, but not really that good, if I'm being honest, in the second half. They did get the opening goal, but then 2 minutes later, Villa equalised. I mean, if you're a Leicester fan, don't feel confident. Luke Thomas running into John Joe Shelby. It's a throw in. Johnny Evans to Chakla. Now Schmeichel. Good play by Almiron there for Newcastle. Here's Harvey Barnes. Soyuncu's had a rather inconsistent season, but that has been affected by Turkey international as well. Ndidi to Dewsbury Hall. Madison. Ndidi again. Now Yuri Tillemans. Dewsbury Hall. Yuri Tillemans on the right. Tillemans to Madison. Lovely touch. Well defended by Newcastle United. Now Joelinton. Shelby playing a long ball. Can Wilson get there? Had a Soyuncu. Well, Soyuncu's missed it. Wilson. Joelinton. Lovely play by Newcastle. Oh, and it hits the side netting. I thought that was in from Miguel Almiron. Now, Johnny Evans has gone down with an injury problem here. As you can see, Soyuncu forces him out wide. Wilson, he makes the mistake. But then, yeah, Joelinton tees up Miguel Almiron. Could have quite easily been a goal, but it was a pure mistake from Shagler Soyuncu there. He has to do better to keep the ball. Now, Johnny Evans has got a muscle problem. So Johnny Evans is probably going to have to come off here. I would say that Wilfred Ndidi should drop back and play like in a Johnny Evans position. Then they maybe bring on a midfielder. I don't know. Now Johnny Evans last time at the King Power got injured. So let's hope that doesn't have the same impact this time. Bubakari Sumare comes on to replace Johnny Evans, by the way. Leicester's summer signing from Lille. Brendan Rodgers looking a little bit frustrated down there on the touchline, just saying to his side, get forward, get forward. Soyuncu. Newcastle pushing Leicester back into their own half here. It's a good high press. And indeed he's been pressurised by Callum Wilson. And Newcastle won it back, and Wilson has a shot. It was deflected behind for the corner. Hi Fraser, how you doing, buddy? I did say hello earlier, but hello. So, indeed, that's the second time Leicester have given away the ball cheaply. Yeah, I definitely think that Newcastle are the better side here. Leicester are just being pushed back and pushed back. It's alright, thanks. Yeah, 3-0 win, clean sheet. What can I complain about? And there's the Newcastle corner. Schmeichel comes, he punched it. It's not been cleared properly, so Maximan to pick it up. Luke Thomas was there helping out at left back. Maddison picks off St Maximan. Daka's making a good run through the middle, but it comes to nothing. The delivery was not right for him. Shelvey. Joe Linton. Picked off by Maddison. So Maximan wins it back, but committing a foul in the process. Soyuncu for Leicester. Ndidi. Tillemans. Away by Jamal Lewis. Miguel Almiron making that run down the middle, chasing the ball. Don't know why you're going to do it, because you're not going to get a ball. They've got the ball now, though. Newcastle with John Joe Shelby. Leicester have not had many wins at the King Power at all. They had that win against Manchester United 4-2. Did they win against Wolves? I don't know. But Leicester have not had many wins at all this season. They've been awful. And it's Maximan who nearly got away from the defender. And Peter Banks is saying, come over for a word, and he's shown the yellow card to Timothy Castagna for the pullback on St. Maximan. That's the right decision. I thought the referee was going to let it go, but he made the right decision. Preventing the player to go forward by tugging the shirt, right decision. We've got some more content, shall we say, coming up today. We'll be bringing you Crystal Palace versus Everton at 4:20, kickoff 4:30, and then on Tuesday it will be Man City versus Leeds. On Tuesday it'll be Arsenal versus West Ham. And on Wednesday Liverpool versus Newcastle United. And that is the last weekend of Premier League football before the Christmas holidays. I think. And on that last weekend before Christmas, I think there's a triple Super Sunday, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and 2:15 and 4:30. So I'll be doing all of that. As I say, I'm going to cover as much of the Premier League and the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup and all these things you want covering as possible over this Christmas period. And I'm excited. I love the midweek fixtures as well, especially midweek Premier League. I think that's really helpful. Leicester have got a corner. The first actual bit of play from Leicester, really. They've not done anything in this game. It's all been Newcastle high press, and Leicester have been poor in the start of this game, but maybe they can do something from this corner. Corner taken short. Dewsbury Hall whips it in from the corner. And John Joe Shelby with the clearance. Be picked up by Yuri Tillemans. Now Castagna. Luke Thomas. Patterson Daka. In place of Jamie Vardy. Barnes looking for Daka. Daka just can't quite get there. Lascelles did really well for Newcastle. I'm looking forward to Tuesday's watch along Man City versus Leeds because last season that was an absolute brilliant game at the Etihad because hang on a minute, here's Harvey Barnes for Leicester, brought down by St. Maximin Willock, is a free kick for Leicester City on the edge of the box. That fixture in the 41st minute. Dallas hits the post and then it goes into the back of the net. It's a superb goal. 1-0 Leeds. Then about 2-3 minutes later, Liam Cooper gets a red card. And then in the 61st or 71st minute, Man City equalise. Then in additional time of the game, 10-man Leeds go win the game. Another goal from Dallas, 2-1. So I think that game deserves a watch along this season because it'd be entertainment. Marcelo Bielsa, the sorcerer, beat the apprentice. Maddison over the free kick, and it's just over the bar. It brushes the roof of the net. It whipped it over the wall. Lovely free kick. A little bit too much power on it. If it had just a little less power on it, that would have dipped in the back of the net. But a good free kick from James Maddison. Here's Soyuncu for Leicester. Sumari. Giving away to Newcastle. Willock lofting it long. Almiron was on the run. Schmeichel picked up the ball. Here's Luke Thomas to Samare. Tillemans finds Thomas. Now Dewsbury Hall. Samari to Luke Thomas. Oh, Barnes just couldn't quite keep the ball there. They were playing a bit narrow, Leicester. It's a poor pass. And Barnes just couldn't quite get hold of that properly when it was coming towards him. What Leicester need to do is they just need to draw Newcastle back, because remember, Newcastle are really pulling them into their own half. Shelvey. It came off the hand of Callum Wilson, according to Peter Banks. Castagna plays it long. Samari gives it away to Lascelles. Leicester trying to win it back, but John Joe Shelvey kicks the ball. Then Tillemans wins it back. Dewsbury Hall now for Leicester. Can Leicester have a first real attack in the game? Barnes. Barnes had a magnificent game last season. Last game, rather, against Aston Villa. Here's Jamal Lewis. Manquillo for Newcastle. Shelvey. Lots of Leicester City bodies back, making it hard for Newcastle to cut through. The King Power Stadium is pretty quiet today. A lot of fans, but no noise. They probably were miserable from this sloppy season from Leicester. Is Ndidi to Samari. Maddison. Thomas. Can Dewsbury Hall get there, get ahead of Shelby? He might have just. And Peter Banks, as it came off John Joe Shelby for the corner. Was overhit by Thomas. Dewsbury Hall just about gets there. I think it did take a touch off Shelby. And that should have been a corner. And it is. Maddison to deliver for Leicester. Samari and Soyuncu in there. And the corner is instantly claimed by Martin Dubravka. Almiron. Seems as though Sir Maximan and Almiron have swapped sides today. I don't know whether that's a forced change by Eddie Howe or whether they've just decided that on the pitch. I would take it it's a tactical change for Eddie Howe. Here's Joe Willock to Manquillo. Shelby. Willock. So it's worst defence versus worst defence, I would say, today. I mean, Newcastle have conceded what? 30 odd goals already? 20 maybe? 28, 25, 24, 22 odd? The goal difference is minus 13. Goals scored about 15 odd. Ball's been given away cheaply there to Alan Saint-Maximin, who of course is going to run forward. Falls for Joe Linton. No foul on him. Samare picked him off well. Now Maddison on the counter. Can Daka get there? No. But Jamal Lewis is going to go into the book for that foul. He did pull back, but I think that's harsh for a yellow. Give him a warning. Yeah. Bit harsh there from Peter Banks. Give him another chance. There's the free kick in by Maddison. And it's cleared off the line by Newcastle, who cleared it away well. Thomas. Castagna. I don't know if Dubravka got a touch there, but no matter what, it was dealt with really brilliantly by Newcastle's defence. It was a superb free kick by Maddison, and there's a ball for Harvey Barnes. Can he keep it? No, he can't. The clearance was intercepted by Dewsbury Hall. Leicester starting to find a little bit more menace and a little bit more energy to the game now. It's off the line by Newcastle. It's not Sumari, idiot. It's Sumare. Yeah, Wilson clears it off the line. Dubravka did get maybe a fingernail on it. But that was close for Leicester. Here's Barnes. Now Samari. Tillemans. Dewsbury Hall. So Luke Thomas picked off by Almiron, but it goes out for the Leicester City throw. And they're not mucking about now. This game's boring. But Leicester are starting to dominate the ball. 66% possession. 34% for Newcastle. They're getting better as the game goes on and they're starting to up the tempo a lot more. Although James Madison's been caught here, he's got a problem. Ooh. Willock has to be careful. It's Ndidi. For Leicester. Now Luke Thomas on that left-hand side. Barnes on the wing. Back to Soyuncu. Barnes again. Ndidi. To Soyuncu. Thomas. Dewsbury Hall with the cross in. And can Castagna get there? Not quite. Dubravka caught it well. He's also been doing catching practice, although you'd expect him to catch that. Joe Linton now for Newcastle. Can't keep it. Although the clearance has been won back for Newcastle by Willock. Sir Maximan, John Joe Shelby, lovely touch. Can Sir Maximan keep his cool? He worked indeed. And he made a brilliant run to Maximan. But he needs to really just run into the box. The 18-yard box, and then go for a side-footed shot. Alan Saint-Maximin and Callum Wilson both were absent to injury last season. Joe Linton, that's a foul by WATCHALONG. Yeah, sloppy foul that one. Free kick for Newcastle. I think it's still 0-0 in the game between Burnley and West Ham United. Shelby over the free kick, lofts it in. Didn't need a touch from Simari, but he headed it away for the Newcastle corner. The free kick was overhit by Shelby. Simari didn't need to head that away, but it's joy for Newcastle because they get the corner. It's a free header from Wilson at the near post. Dewsbury Hall couldn't clear it. Castagne's across there. Newcastle still got the ball. Willock to John Joe Shelby. Joe Linton. Now Joseph Willock. Puts the ball into the box. It's cleared away by Simari. Now John Joe Shelby for Newcastle. Joe Linton running into the box. Good play by Joe Linton, and he was looking for the return. But the ball had gone out, though. Hello, Oliver. Oliver, you think 1-1? Cool. Good prediction. I think that Leicester will win it 2-1. Well, that's because he's crap. Can't race, can he? He cheats for his wins. But when people don't let him cheat, he just loses. I'm glad that the F1 season's over, if I'm honest. It's boring. All people ever talk about F1. Oh, crap. It's absolute rubbish. Dewsbury Hall trying to pick out Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes felt as if he was sent to ground by Manquillo, but Peter Banks has sent it the other way. Hamilton's done a Spurs. Yes, he has. If he was a footballer, he'd probably play for Tottenham Hotspur. Away by Soyuncu. Newcastle have had 3 attempts. Leicester had 2, but Leicester have had 1 shot on target. Newcastle, Spurs would have lost to Brighton today if they played them, I reckon. I was going to put Brighton 1, Spurs 0 for that game. If it wasn't for the fact it had been postponed. Soyuncu let it looking to get it to Samari. Samari won't get there. Barnes might. Thomas with the throw. Dealt with by Manquillo. And behind by Leicester for the goal kick. Yeah, Max Verstappen winning that race. There you go. Oh, there's been a foul there in the box. And Peter Banks has awarded a penalty kick. This is going to go against Jamal Lascelles, I think. Peter Banks was right there. Yeah, he just dangles his leg out, trips Maddison. It's a penalty kick. Well done, Newcastle. After all your good play, you've gone and thrown it away. Well done. Congratulations. Bravo. Bravo. Eddie Howe is a crap manager. That's a penalty. You don't need to VAR check it. It's a pen. And Leicester City got their first Premier League penalty of the season. It'll be taken by Yuri Tielemans. And he sends it through the middle of the net. An emphatic finish. It nearly ripped the net open. And it is Leicester City 1, Newcastle 0. A controversial lead, but Leicester City will have needed it. That nearly ripped the net open. And Fraser shouts goal. Peter Banks made the right decision. VAR, you can piss off. It's a pen. All day long is a penalty. If you're tripping a player in the box, if you dangle your leg out and trip a player in the box, you're giving away a penalty. It's Maximan though looking to instantly equalise for Newcastle and Almiron. They say it went behind, but it didn't. Willock. And in the end, it goes out of play. Newcastle looking a bit frustrated now. And Yuri Tillemans has got a grin on his face. And with 5 minutes to go before half time, Leicester are going to go in with the lead. You'd think. Here's Joe Linton. Clippy Madison and Peter Banks took a while to make the decision, but in the end he gives the free kick the way of Leicester. Brendan Rodgers is the more frustrated over the two managers, but Barnes to Samari. Tillemans, that's a nice ball. And then the ball into the box by Dewsbury Hall was easily dealt with by Newcastle. But Tielemans is saying, come on, keep it up. Madison. Can Dewsbury Hall get there for the cross? No. Bit of confusion there with the linesman decision, whether it was going to be a corner or a goal kick, but in the end it does become a goal kick. Sometimes a linesman does forget to make a decision. So Maximan trying to run at the Leicester defence, but he can't. Now Joe Linton. So Maximan. Was he sent down by Tielemans? Yes. It's going to be a free kick for Newcastle. Don't forget to join us later for Crystal Palace versus Everton, where I'm bringing the watch along for at 4:20 and the kickoff at 4:30. Exciting fixture. Shelby over the free kick. Joe Linton's in there. So Yunchi was beaten. So Maximan keeping it alive. Here's Alan St. Maximan twisting, turning. He's still got the ball, St. Maximan. And oh, that was close. But Tielemans was able to get it out. So Maximan, the movement, and then to get the cross away as well. Absolutely brilliant play by Alan St. Maximan. And in it comes from Jonjo Shelby, the corner. Tielemans away again. Lewis keeping it alive for Newcastle. They're going to place the whistle, Newcastle United. They're putting on a bit of competition. And they have their throw-in. Joe Linton now. It's Newcastle who are dominating the ball at the moment. And they are pushing Leicester back in their own half again now. And Alan Saint-Maximin. It's a nice ball. Alan Saint-Maximin could be through. But it goes behind. There was a Leicester boot on it. It'll be a corner kick. There's the corner by Newcastle. Shelvey. This is Amaron. Tielemans can't clear it. Sherrard Lewis puts it into the box. It's cleared away again, but Newcastle will come again. So it's a Yuri Tielemans penalty, the difference between the two sides here. I do think it was a penalty because of the fact that it was that Maddison was tripped into. That Maddison was tripped in the box. Newcastle's Willock. Manquillo. It's a corner kick. Newcastle showing the fight. And they deserve an equaliser from this play. Lewis. So Maximan to Willock. Well, that's the half-time whistle. Newcastle have shown fight. Leicester haven't been at their best, but they did get a win, a goal, which put them in the lead from Yuri Tielemans from the penalty spot after Maddison was tripped in the box. But at half-time, Leicester City lead 1-0.
Time to take your seat.
You'll never stop this thing.
Absolutely superb. And Manchester City are the champions. Time to take your seat.
You'll never stop this thing. I will never let you go.
Absolutely superb. And Manchester City are the champions.
You'll never stop this thing. I will never let you go.
Half time then at the King Power. Leicester City 1-0 from a penalty from Yuri Tillemans. We'll come on to that in a second, but firstly, just talk about the Evans injury. So Newcastle started the game brightly, and Leicester were poor in the start of the game, and Leicester were pushed back into their own half in the first 10 minutes or so, and then Leicester started to play better, and Maddison just runs into the box, and yeah, Lascelles dangles his leg out, trips Maddison. It is a penalty kick. I mean, some people will say it's controversial. I mean, he's in the yeah, it's a pen. Graham Souness and other people will say, "Oh, it's not a pen," but I think that's a penalty kick. Can't trip a player. As much as people are going to complain, that is a penalty kick. And Yuri Tillemans, it was a beautiful penalty. And straight after that, Newcastle hit the bar. They forced saves from Schmeichel. And they're showing plenty of fight in the game. Leicester need to close up that defence. They need to hold on to this slender lead. I mean, there's not really that much else to talk about, but one thing I will say is Leicester have given themselves something to hold on to. And the second half comes next. Who will take the points? Leicester or Newcastle?
Time to take your seat.
You'll never stop this thing. I will never let you go.
Absolutely superb. And Manchester City are the champions. time to take your seat.
You'll never stop this thing.
Absolutely superb. There is the moment.
You got your somebody calling, you think you're somebody, don't you? I think you're scared of keeping somebody close.
And Manchester City are the champions.
You'll never stop this thing. I will never let you go.
Okie dokie then, the second half is underway at the King Power Stadium. Leicester in the lead. And no changes to either side. Except for Samari coming on early on in the first half in place of Johnny Evans, who got injured in the 4th minute. But it is Newcastle looking to break away here on by Castagna. Joe Linton to Shelvey. Manquillo. Free kick. Foul on Almiron. Almiron does well, just that really protect that ball and win a foul there. He just get hit into the calf. It's clever from Newcastle, but Peter Banks has got one of the best. Is apparently one of the best eye-sighted referees in the Premier League. So and there's the free kick by Shelvey. It's going to come out to Allington Maximan, who can maybe whip a ball into the box. Dewsbury Hall was in company and he taps it away for a throw, frustrating Newcastle. It's taken quickly though. Shelvey. Lascelles. Lewis. Shelvey again. Seeking Almiron. Finds Almiron. Luke Thomas can't get there. Tillemans can. Thomas asking for a foul. Peter Banks says no. And now Newcastle got the ball again. Cher gives it away. And Patterson Dak has been fed. Kieran Dewsbury Hall now for Leicester. And the shot from Maddison. Sorry, by Harvey Barnes. And it was just wide. I would say that's just ambitious from Harvey Barnes, really. He's got to go more forward to take that on. If that was Maddison, it'd probably be in the back of the net. Newcastle need to get a point here, really, because of that trip to Anfield coming up. Although they did put on quite a display at Anfield last season, Newcastle. But I am glad that all of our Northwest games away are done. And we don't have to worry about that anymore. It's not a nice place to go, if I'm honest. Yeah, we've done Turf Moor, Old Trafford, Etihad, Goodison Park, all of them. And Fabian Schär will take this free kick for Newcastle. Soyuncu's head on, teeing up St Maximan, but he gets too much power on the cross. Sometimes he tries and shoots from there, St Maximan. Sometimes he puts a cross in. And then you look at Callum Wilson, he's not been involved in the game much, as you can see. He's not even going in the box. It's all been St Maximan and Almiron up front today, really, and John Joe Shelby as well. And Jamal Lewis putting in those balls. So Maximan to Shelby. Shelby plays a nice ball. What can Newcastle do with it? Schär. Willock. Still got the ball, Joseph Willock. And the Leicester fans complaining that it went out of play, and eventually it does go out for the throw. Luke Thomas just needing to tie his laces. And he's giving it away from the throw. That must annoy Brendan Rodgers, seeing Luke Thomas give that away from a throw-in. Oh well, here's Castagna. Tillemans is forward, Madison. Soyuncu. Dewsbury Hall, what an awful pass that is. It's one of the worst passes I've seen in ages, mate. No one there. And he just hit it. Oh yeah, give it away. I'm going to open my blind a little bit and add some light. Here's Harvey Barnes. Appeals for handball. Peter Banks says no. Right, here we go. This might be a bit better than that. Ooh. What have I done? Jeez. Louise. Right, anyway. Still 1-0. This is weird. Kiernan Dewsbury Hall's got a problem down there. And Slightly raised boot there. Nothing more, I would say. When do we think Jamie Vardy's going to come on then? Oh no, I don't like this. Hang on. Here we go. That's better. So it's Leicester City 1, Newcastle 0. Vardy on the bench. I think they need a second Leicester to really seal it off. And that's a foul there by Chagla. It's a free kick for Newcastle. Killen Dewsbury Hall. He's had a couple of learning experiences, really, but now being a regular Leicester midfielder must be quite good for his career. And Wilson's asking for a foul on him, but Peter Banks gives the foul against him on Wilfred Ndidi. What? Where's that come from? Peter Banks. Barnes. Fraser has returned. Oh, that's a mistake by the Newcastle defence. And it's Patson Daka to double Leicester City's lead. And it is 2-0 to the Foxes. Newcastle have lost the game officially. It is 2-0. It is movement off the ball. Poor play. Then look at the ball into Madison there. He just taps it into the path of Patterson Daka. And all he needs to do is just stroke it into the net. Fraser shouts goal. And he's shocked. Well, when you're spending money on a new striker, you'd expect him to score goals, and Patson Daka does score goals. But there's Joe Linton. Newcastle still showing the fight. John Joe Shelby now. Yeah, this is good for Leicester when you consider they were knocked out of the Europa League on Thursday. Is Alan Saint-Maximin Oh, beautiful. Just skips past the defenders. Willock. Willock shoots! Not that far away. He had to keep the ball down, Willock. He just sends it over. It wasn't far away, but has to do better. Really needs to hit the target, Joe Willock. And Schmeichel should have been worked. Some of Willock's goals may have kept Newcastle in the Premier League last season, but he's not scoring any goals this season. And as things stand, Newcastle will be relegated this season. Bottom of the table as well. Foul there by Harvey Barnes. Peter Banks points for the free kick. I think he could have let that one go. We're at the hour mark, and Newcastle's got just over 30 minutes to try and get themselves back into this, but so there's a bit of activity on the Newcastle bench, and two substitutes are being prepared. Maybe that's what Newcastle need. Maybe just a bit of fresh legs. Although, who would come on? Who would come on? Foul there by John Joe Shelby on James Maddison. James Maddison looks in quite some pain. VAR are actually having a look at this. So Jamal Lewis has been withdrawn. Jacob Murphy coming on for him. And Ryan Fraser is going to replace Almiron. So there is a ongoing VAR check on that foul on James Maddison. And the check has been complete. No red card, and the free kick has been taken by Soyuncu. Oh, right. Newcastle's away record just gets worse and worse. They are 20th in terms of away games. And really, it just looks like they're relegated already. I reckon the new owners have probably made it worse. Giving away to Samari. Maddison. Lovely ball by Tillemans. But won back by Newcastle. Now Wilson. Challenged by Soyuncu. And Soyuncu fouling Callum Wilson. And Peter Banks is going to give him a yellow card. And into the book, Chagler goes. And there's the free kick from Newcastle. Into the box, comes out to St. Maximan. He's still got it into the Maximan, shoots. But it's straight down the throat of Kasper Schmeichel. And the ball gets away from St. Maximan, just quickly reacts and shoots it, but it is straight down Schmeichel's throat. We know that Newcastle can dominate the ball, definitely. When they dominate the ball, their play is better. Yeah, they can dominate the ball, definitely. And they can dominate the play, it's just a case of scoring the goals. With all this money, they need to start spending it. They're the richest club in the world. By the way, lovely recovery there by Wilf Ndidi. Here's Shelvey. Sir Maximan. Murphy to Fraser. The substitutes combine. Willett couldn't get there. It could keep it alive though for Newcastle. Alan Sir Maximan slips. Dewsbury Hall finds Dewsbury Hall finds Daka. And the fans are making a bit of noise now. They're chanting, "Come on, Newcastle." The fans have been a bit more noisy in the second half, but been quiet at the King Power in terms of noise. Joelinton to Fraser. Lovely back heel to Joelinton. Puts it into the box. Dealt with by Samari. So Maximan putting the pressure on Ndidi. Now Willock to John Joe Shelvey. So Maximan. And there's the ball in towards Willock. It's cleared away. Murphy. So Maximan. Dewsbury Hall trying to break free, but John Joe Shelvey says no. Ryan Fraser. Running at the Leicester defence. Joelinton. Plenty of forward momentum from Newcastle. Murphy, lovely return there. And Schmeichel forces a save. And John Joe Shelvey. And what an important piece of defending that was from Wilfred Ndidi, who got down very quickly and made the block. And there's the corner. Maximan trying to get to it. He's still got the ball. And he was picked off by Castagna, who was marking him very tightly. But Newcastle take the throw quickly. Share running forward. Harvey Barnes wins the ball back. Blocked off though by Manquillo. And Leicester are currently being forced into their own half again by Newcastle. And Manquillo has been booked here. And Harvey Barnes is going to come off to be replaced by Mark Albrighton. Not as much as a good performance this time from Harvey Barnes, but still having an impact in the game a little bit. He's putting a couple of good crosses. And he's also played well running into that box. Now this could be the first clean sheet since they won in the first game of the season against Wolves. For Newcastle, if they can hold on, for Leicester, if they can hold on for the remaining 20 minutes here against Newcastle. And it would be their second clean sheet of the season. But Newcastle have had 9 shots. Leicester had 5. 3 on target for Leicester, 2 for Newcastle. And 21 touches in the opponent's box for Newcastle as well. So Newcastle are dominating the play at the moment. Here's Timothy Castagna. Picked off by Joelinton. Ball towards Wilson from Fraser. And Ndidi and Soyuncu did well. Got back quickly. And it will be a Newcastle United throw-in. But Newcastle are playing a very high line. They are forcing Leicester into their own half. And they are pressing a lot. So Maximan wants the corner. But Peter Banks says goal kick. I would have said corner. But so don't forget, part 2, we go to Selhurst Park for Crystal Palace, who take on Everton. And the teams in that are Vicente Guaisa for Palace, Ward, Tompkins, Gahey and Mitchell. Gallagher, Kouyaté, a start for Will Hughes, his first of the season, first for Crystal Palace. Jordan Ayew, Odsonne Edouard and Wilf Zaha. Everton put out Jordan Pickford. Seamus Coleman, Mason Holgate, Keane and Godfrey. Andre Gomez, Fabian Delph, Abdoulaye Doucouré. And Townsend, Richarlison and Demarai Gray will be the forwards for Everton. But this clever ball by Mark Albrighton there, and Daka could have been easily in. That could have been 3-0. Put the game to bed. And of course, if you'd like to have a look at the stats of our upcoming game on Super Sunday, or you'd like to just look at the lineups again for yourself. You can head over to the Premier League app where you can see all the info you need. Is Alan Maximan, Jean-Jo Shelby, Joe Linton, Sam Maximin, now Jacob Murphy, to Joe Linton, feeding Willock. Back with Murphy, who puts the cross in. It was deflected over everyone for the corner. Leicester have been troubled by Newcastle's high press, but who knows, one little slip. There's the corner. It's a good one. It's an in-swinging one as well. But there was a foul in there by Callum Wilson. Or was it Jamal? It was Jamal Lascelles, yeah. Which leads to Leicester City free kick. Joe Linton winning the ball back well. But it was a poor pass. Samare. Leicester are really trying to get out of their own half here. And a warning for Joe Linton. Maddison brings it under its spell. Dewsbury Hall. It's a corner. Kin and Dewsbury Hall. Away by Joe Linton. Maddison. 13 minutes to play. Leicester City 2, Newcastle United 0. Castagna, what was he doing there? Oh, it was just dealt with by Schmeichel. Poor back pass by Castagna. That was awful. And Newcastle will be encouraged by that. Fraser with the cross. Goes behind. Albrighton. Castagna. Couldn't beat Joelinton. Was away by Jamal Lascelles. Brendan Rodgers will be delighted if his team can keep a clean sheet here and get the win. But Newcastle's pressure throughout the game shows signs that they can score a goal. Here's Murphy. Here's an attack by Leicester. It's Tielemans. And it's 3-0 to Leicester. Unselfish from Maddison. Brilliant goal for Leicester. And that surely seals the 3 points. Yep, it is a goal for Leicester City by Yuri Tielemans. Great finish. Maddison just puts it on a plate. Back of the net. Tielemans has got a brace. But here come Newcastle straight away on the counter. Alisson Maximan to Murphy. Willock looking to get the ball in, headed away by Tielemans. I know, right? Penalty for Man City scored by Raheem Sterling. Penalty for Liverpool scored by Mo Salah. Penalty for Chelsea scored by Jorginho. Whilst Arsenal and Leicester got their wins for a start by more than 2 goals, and secondly, all pretty much from open play. Murphy, Willock, had to be careful there, Leicester. Yes, the sub race is on, Wilco, definitely. So Maximan does superbly well. But in the end, it goes behind for the goal kick. Substitution for Newcastle then. John Joe Silva is going to come off and be replaced by Matt Ritchie. There's Joelinton, Maddison going forward. Good chance. 4-0. Leicester have found their confidence. It's from James Maddison. But it's lovely bit of play, and then the finish by Maddison. Emphatic once again. And it's 4-0. Oh, Dubravka might have got a touch, actually, but couldn't do enough to stop it from going in the back of the net. But from a Leicester point of view, this is much, much better. Murphy to Saint-Maximin. Newcastle have shown the fight, though. But this is a reality check for Eddie Howe. They had a good first half, and yeah, that next 5 fixture list for Newcastle: Liverpool, Man City. Although they did cause Man City trouble last season. Man City won 4-3 at St James's Park. Go on, give me another. Go on. Joelinton's header on. And there's the ball into the box. Murphy. Manquillo, good chance. Good defending. And now Patterson Daka can't keep it in play. And Leicester are 3 minutes away plus additional time from an emphatic hammer win, hammering Newcastle. And also a clean sheet. And there's going to be a Leicester substitution here. James Maddison is going to come off. And he's to be replaced by the youngster Casey McAteer. Here's Joe Willock. So Maximan. Alan Maximan to Joelinton. Newcastle showing some last minute fight to try and get themselves a goal back in consolation. And there's the cross in. Easily dealt with. Cleared by Samare. So Maximan. One back by Samare. Now Patterson Daka can run forward. And the challenge by St Maximan was not a great one. And it is a yellow card for him. And a free kick in a promising position for Leicester. I mean, it's a maximum fair play for running back, but it's a foul. Can't give away a foul. Unnecessarily, really. Castagna to Samari. Newcastle still attacking, and there's the ball in by Murphy. Claimed by Schmeichel. Man of the match, Yuri Tielemans has had a brilliant game. So has Maddison, but of course, you've got to give it to the man who got the brace. Tielemans doesn't score often, but when he does score, he scores good goals. Yes, it's been a good game for Maddison, but Tielemans has done better. Scored a beautiful penalty. Then he got himself another in the second half. Yeah, he's my man of the match. Right, last minute, Leicester corner. Final minute. Tielemans. Cleared away by Newcastle. Here they go on the counter. Wilson. Got the appetite. But Leicester not troubled. Here's Jacob Murphy. Final touch of the ball, probably. I don't like the way that Leicester are letting those crosses come in, man. Got to really stop that from happening. Anyway, that's the full-time whistle. It's an emphatic win for Leicester.
Time to take your seat. And Manchester City are the champions.